Even get those out by hand just because of the amount of stuff in them. I would take like 2-3 trips. We're at times, I think, 3 inventory, but times 1 everything else. And even then, you know, your character's inventory gets full up in like half a second when you're grinding those things down. So hopefully this will go a lot quicker. There we go. That's all of those removed. That took quite a little while, actually. Let's just go ahead and check our inventories in here real quick. Yeah, we're only a third of the way up, and I think our other cargo container, yeah, isn't even starting to fill. And I'm pretty sure we can fill both of those without issue, so we should be able to just go ahead and keep on grinding here. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and cut this whole thing open right now. It might take a while, but I think it should look pretty damn cool once fast-forwarded. Alrighty, I think that's enough. It's been about 11, maybe 12 minutes that it took, actually. Well, you never ever do that yourself. That takes way too long to be good. Let's weld this up, by the way, because we ground it down earlier, and it occurred to me while I was sitting there that it would be pretty cool to actually see what was in it. Oh, some useful stuff, actually. Can we carry all this on to school so we can actually grind this down ourselves? Anyway, I'm figuring we'll bring in the grinding ship, and the other container probably has something similar to it, and we'll finish that one off with a grinder, but then the rest of this I think I'm going to do by hand because, let's be honest, this is a lot quicker. Like, I timed it and it takes 4 seconds, so almost twice as long. So 4 seconds with this, whereas it's about 2.5 with one of these. So 1, 2, and it's gone. So yeah, about 2 seconds. And it's not like it destroys 6 blocks all at once. It does, you know, like 6 at a time, yeah. But it's almost like somebody's going across them like this. Actually, I think this is as quick, or maybe quicker. Actually, yes, this is definitely, most definitely quicker than using that piece of phlegm right there. So yeah, definitely need upgrade modules for that, or I guess I could have brought the flying sausage out here, but I was kind of hoping that, you know, you could have something with a slight amount of accuracy while still being fast. Anyway, let's go ahead and, in fact, you know what, screw it, let's just grind this down. Yeah, we lost one of them, but what's it matter? Some material went flying. There, that was it. What is this? This was platinum. Oh, blind, that's actually quite rare. So yeah, we do have some platinum now. Ooh! And let's type cargo again. But I am just going to go ahead and manually empty all of this out because, Jesus Christ, does it take way too long? See, I even missed that one. It just sits there for so long doing diddly shit. I hate it. I genuinely, 100% hate those small ship grinders. They are way too slow. Could have lost that if we weren't cautious. Oh, whoa, everything's tilting. Sugar, everything's moving. I guess we took out enough power so these thrusters here shut off, and all of a sudden everything just started sliding, but luckily we have our big piece of metal here that caught everything, and everything looks fine. So no worries. I mean, genuinely, there's a fair amount of uranium in here, you know. Like, you've taken out each of these, and it's like almost 5 per each. Like, what did we get? We got 2.5. So 2.5 each, so that's 5 per 2, and there were, what, 4 pylons in here with these reactors? I mean, it's pretty decent, actually. It's not half bad. And, of course, as I said, this is way faster than using that stupid welding drone, because the only positive of using a welding ship or drone is honestly just when you have 1,000,001 reactors, or not reactors, grinders or welders, which I used to be alright with, honestly, but now I think about it, and screw it. Where's the upgrade modules? Give us a game mechanic and not just a, well, you have to engineer a larger ship, which was my excuse for ages. Something I always told, I think, Aaron and others, hey, it's an engineering experiment. You have to engineer something better. Which better always meant just a huge, ugly thing with 1 trillion grinders or welders on it, which meant you couldn't get it in any tight spaces or anything like that. So, come on, give us some upgrade stoofs. That would be awesome. And yeah, I do know I destroyed those antenna components that came flying out of that one thing, but what are you to do? Oh, suit energy low too, eh? Well, it's an easy enough fix. We can just hop up into something. Oxygen got low because I helmet was on when I respawned, but that's not something we actually have to worry about now that I've got my helmet open. Suit energy, we'll fix that once it gets down to like 10%. We'll just hop right into a ship or something. There we go, got you. God almighty, so that's just not right. That, those power cells turn into little tiny bits of scrap metal. You should at least get, like, the raw materials back, instead of just absolutely nothing. Anyway, sitting in this, our energy is going up, and just while we're sitting in this, we might as well just go ahead and grind some of this stuff down. I can show you what I was talking about this taking an absolute age. Like, we were to fly up to, like, this bunching here. Look at that. It's just taking forever. Taking absolutely forever. And there. Like, right about then we would have been... There we go, a few of them popped, finally. Thank Christ. Okay, it's doing a few. It's just such a finicky thing, though. I still think upgrade modules are the way to go. There we go, finally. And... there we go. That takes a while. It just feels like it takes an age. I don't know. Maybe it is doing more than I think, and I'm giving it a hard time for nothing, but it does feel like it takes an age to me. Let's just bring this thing over here and grind away these as well, since, you know, they're probably going to have a fair few amount of materials. In fact, in theory, we should be able to, now that it's grinding, hop out of there. And I have Tool Shake disabled, so we should be able to come down here ourselves and just manually grind a few of these away. There you go. And you see it does fill up our inventory pretty quickly doing that, too, so... There's one of the main pluses of that drone. There we go. It's making progress. It's making progress. It's just kind of wish it was a bit quicker. Did it get rid of him? Yes, it did. There we go. A real test would have been if I hadn't faffed around and missed a bit there. But you can see, I can get rid of them a fair bit quicker with just the drill. Let's go ahead and do a bit of a better test, huh? Do our remote control here. Control, grinder. I said drill, didn't I? Bring it forward. So there we go, and want them on those. So right there. That should be on those right there. Cool. Exit this. We'll go ahead and see these three right here. We'll grind them down. So 1 down, 2 down, or even gonna risk losing the materials. 3 down. Still haven't got. They damaged some of these though, so let's just see if we can take some of these out in the same amount of time. Yep. Okay, got rid of them. So yeah, I'd say about on par, if not a little bit quicker. And honestly, we even stopped grinding with this, didn't we? We stopped to go ahead and check it a few times. So I just want upgrade modules for that so badly. I know it's got its just bonuses of plain old having your inventory straight into it, but oh, I'd like to be able to go full drone without feeling like I'm wasting my time. Uh-oh. Oh. Yeah, it's a good thing we built the platform out as far as we did, eh? That could have been real bad. I don't really have a full excuse for what happened, it's just, honestly, my OCD spurged out, and I went and flailed my mind and head, and apparently things blew up. I don't really know, my eyes were closed. Ah, it looks like they collided. That's brilliant. Damn it. That's why if I get tired, I need to just stop lying. Oh dear. Alright, so let's see. Let's try to connect into our combat drone here. Just to be clear, what happened is my OCD kicked in and sometimes I spurge out, is probably the easiest way to say it or call it or anything. And so when that happened, I just spurged out and kind of spammed my mouse and controls and everything, which has resulted in our ships being, well, collided. They collided in midair. It was terrible. It was bad. I'm not sure I can recover this so easily. I think the best way to recover might honestly be, first and foremost, to shut off that grinder right there. Coolio. And then I think to remote control the grinding ship itself, and try to rotate it in such a way that would get it free. Which, there we go. We can just rotate it like that. Just don't. Okay, we're in trouble. Okay, stay calm. Think. We need to replace the thruster right here, okay? There was a thruster here, we've lost it, it faced the other way, that'll give us more maneuverability. What we're going to do then is, once that's free, this ship will probably roll down onto the other one, and yeah, we'll be fine there. Yeah, how do we deal with that then? Okay, once we've done that, what we're going to go ahead and do is install a landing gear on this ship and pick it up. Okay, so first and foremost, we need to replace this. What do we need? Well, we're going to need steel plates. Let's go check and see our body location, which is, of course, where we died. Our actual inventory is going to be farther down here. I see a little dot right there. That might be something of importance. That would just be a little bit of scrap from our ship, apparently. Awesome. Let's go ahead and just land. We need to do this quickly, or else, of course, the Cyberhound will come and bite us in the arse. So grab our tier 1 grinder we respawned with. We're just going to grab up this because it can be useful. Quickly now. Quickly. Good. Awesome. As for other components and things down here, I don't actually see my backpack or anything else. Yep, you'd expect it to show up a little bit more. What's that? Is that it? That's just more scrap metal, I think. Or even just plain metal from an inventory being full. Alright, so we've lost our backpack. It might have balanced out here, but we're not going to spend 300 years looking for it. That would be kind of ill-advised. I don't think we had that much stuff in our inventory, just the proficient tools. We probably dropped off the majority of other useful things before we derped out. Alrighty, so back up here, obviously the sun is going down, things are going dark. We did get a few components off of that, though, enough to start up a thruster, so I'll place this in right like that. Nope, that, cool. And then I can't remember which way the stupid lip thing is rotated, so just fucking, I hate this thing so much. There's such an annoyance in that lip bit. Like that, I guess? Okay, we'll weld that up. We need to, of course, get our welder. Blink. Blink. Luckily, those enemy drones never attacked us here, so we should be pretty much safe. Okay, and now we need construction components, large steel tubes, and all that. We should have tons of it in here. There we go, place those in. We got really lucky here that we didn't lose any of the construction, the cargo containers. Of course, you know, losing a lot of... we got 1,000 and something off of everything, so it still is coming out as a positive gain for the day. And then we need 2 more of these. Really quickly now, there we are. Construction bones 10, that should be an easy enough grab like that. Awesome, so now we'll have this up and running. We'll see if that should get us free. Hopefully our other ship here doesn't just go rolling down the whole hill. It's the most terrifying thing that could happen, honestly, right now. And then... oh god, it's gotten real dark, hasn't it? Alright, so that's working. Cool. Yeah, it's getting real dark. Glitches through the mountainside. Let's go ahead and lag out completely. There we go. Place some blocks in here. We don't have any steel plates, right? But we can grab some more off of stuff in 2 seconds instead of going into a cargo container. There we go. So place a few more of these in here just so we have a slightly wider area here to grab our ship should it come rolling this way somehow. Alright, that'll have to do. And then let's go ahead and remote control back into the grinding drone. Connect to you. Ta-da. Can we just please have some freedom here? Come on, come on, come on, come on. All we gotta do is get it unsnagged, I think. Like out from under the other drone. If we can do that, I think we'll be able to actually get it upright. But it would appear the other drone is actually trying to hold your courses. Hold on. Alright, so this is good. Maybe. Still snagged. It's still snagged. Like, at first it was this piece here that was under it, but now look at this. They're holding on again. Maybe if we connect to you, do you have a thruster still pointing the other way? You don't. You've lost that thruster. Damn it. Can we just rotate you upright? We might have to go ahead and overpower this thing's gyros. Because if we can get this guy upright, he'll just be fine, pretty much. I think he'll be able to float lickety-split. So let's go ahead and install another gyroscope on him. Oh good, you're chewing on stuff down here. That's not ideal, but better than what you could have been chewing on. Oh look, a gyroscope will just grind this down and instantly replace it with the one up top. Boy oh boy, this grinder is much slower. Nope, nope, bad Cyberhound. I saw that. Get away, get away. Oh my god, that's a lot of steel plates. Far more steel plates than I was expecting. Let's drop those off real quick, shall we? Cargo. Drop off everything. Grab some more from that body because we left some, and it's despawned. Alright, that's more gyroscopes installed. Let's try connecting to the combat drone. Control, take you, and yes, 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 yes. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Fuck. Okay, well, it could be worse. I think our best bet is honestly just going to be to get this guy free. But of course, since we can't do the alt look thing, we're going to go ahead and position our camera in a way where we should be able to see him flying. I'm not sure why I'm calling it a him. Either way, we'll be able to see it flying out there. Connect, connect. And obviously we've changed our whole overall plan here a little bit. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, we're going back to the other plan. Okay guys, we're going back to the other plan. Where we are going to go ahead and get you upright first, because that was terrifying. So now that you're no longer snagged under that, hopefully I can connect to you, grinding drone, control you, and can we do a Q to get you upright? All your thrusters are there, you just need more gyroscope power, huh? Well, looks like we gotta do the same thing with you we just did to the other one. That should be pretty simple. Alrighty, there we go, got those in. And we can now go ahead and actually click on the right thing and then take control over it. Groovy. And now we can do Q, and you'll hopefully have enough power to get yourself upright. Come on, how much flipping power does it take? There we go. And we're up. Awesome. You just stay there up in the sky, safe and sound. Now, let's check our hydrogen bottles. We still got 1 1/4. Cool. You. How do you think we could manage to right you without doing the whole landing gear thing? We might be alright. Cyberhound, forgive me. I think I might go ahead and look for a... I know I want this to be a mod free run, but I might go ahead and find just a mod that replaces them with something that is slightly less cuddly looking. Let's just go ahead and load that back up. Cool. And then what do we have to get you upright? You look like you were so close to getting upright before. Let's see if we can just do a combat drone again. This is super dangerous, but we're going to do it anyway. Control, and then... Okay, which way's front? I've gotten completely turned around. Okay. Front is currently facing the ground. Got ya. So if we try to look up and go backwards, nothing's happening because this thing is being silly. That's very dangerous what's just happened. Okay, well, at least we did it. We did it. Just get away from the ground. Oh, thank Christ. Okay, so we're good. We've managed to recover from that slight minor trouble. Yes, of course, we're going to be... God dang it. We're going to be eating into some of our supplies that we just gained from this, but overall we're coming out with a surplus, I think. And I think there's a few more little things I can go ahead and grind down before we head back to base. Of course, we're probably going to want to actually go ahead and fix both these drones up before we go back to base. Just that way, you know, they're fixed when we go back. That way we don't have to worry about trying to dock them while they're all damaged. For a minute there, I literally couldn't remember why I wanted to fix them before we went back to base. I was like, we got welders and stuff at base, and then I remembered, right, good luck docking anything and flying it while it's all dented and damaged. Alrighty, let's go ahead and first and foremost, you're fixed, with signs of the fact that you are missing a seat, which is kind of bad right now because we need a seat to be in here so we can get some more power. Alright, so put that back in. It needs interior plates. So we should have some. Yeah, some there, and then yeah, there's some there. Why do we have interior plates? Well, simple, my friend, because this ship, the small ship, had a lot of 6-way connectors, which for some reason require interior plates. Ta-da! Let's also go ahead and just select our remote control now that we're in this, just level it out so it's like proper level. Because otherwise, let's just not go tipsy-topsy and fall over and have everything blow up. Cool. And we got ourselves up to 100% power. Cool. Our hydrogen's a bit low, but I think we'll still be fine for a little bit of time. Yep. 100 and... I can't remember the exact... 115%. That's what we have right now. Cool. And let's go ahead and think, where are these thrusters going to go? They're going to go right back where they were previously. Right here. And then right like this. Cool. As soon as I go ahead and actually put the stoof back in. By the way, the maximum number of bots message you might be seeing quite a bit. Somebody asked, what is that? You apparently didn't know. It's the number of, like, Cyberhound, those kinds of bots that you can have running around. Let's see where the game has reached its maximum number. And it goes ahead and tells you. But, so yeah, there's probably a bunch of them, yep, like that, scattered about all over the place. I'm not going to hunt them down. There's no point. They're literally just there to make you feel bad about yourself for killing dogs. That's the only purpose for Cyberhounds in this game. Like, literally, that's it. Yeah, they got supplies in them, but, you know, 99.9% of the time, their supplies will despawn before you can even get them out of their body, so completely pointless. Alright, let's go ahead and weld all this up. There we go, all welded up. I don't have any small steel tubes, apparently, to finish this. I mean, I can do a double check, but I'm pretty sure no small steel tubes. Also, you are apparently chewing on stuff again. Let's make myself feel pretty depressed. There we go, massive wall of depression. Grab those. Hey, look, some computers that we somehow missed earlier. Grab those. 23 of them, too. Wowzers. Never did find our body that fell. Anything else in here to grab? We can grind all these down real quick. We'll do this with the grinding ship, though. Anything else? You. I can grab you. Right. We'll do the rest of this with the grinding ship from a remote distance. It's fared far better than the combat drone. The combat drone has lost its majority of its cameras, actually, so we're going to have to fly it back manually. So to do that, let's go ahead, put a seat on it real quick. Interior plates we need, just to think it's like 10 of them, if that. Yeah, so hopefully this will be enough. Boop. There we go, start welding you up. Let's see if that's enough, huh? Nope, one short of being enough. But we can grab them from here, because we're not going to need this one. And there we go, we'll fly this back to base, and then finish grinding down anything we're going to grind down with the other ship. So, remote control, there we go, take control of you, cool. Wow, I can't see anything. Looks like the only camera that did survive is the front camera. The up camera and the other one have both been destroyed, which is really unfortunate. But let's get out of here. Quite a sight, eh? And head back over to our base. This should be a good reveal. Watch it all be completely pitch black from power failures. Okay, there it is. Damn, it's so much smaller than I thought. People have been saying I've gone kind of overboard on the size of it. But my plan is to honestly keep building it and keep building it and keep building it until it's pretty much the size of a planet or something like that as we go and gather the monolith and sterilith up. Oh, and by the way, I did go ahead and jot down the monolith and sterilith locations, and I'll make some magic happen and the monoliths will probably still be there. Well, will magically be there when we arrive there. Okie dokie, let's fly you down, and let's bring you right into alignment with the welding array right here. Cool. And let's do a remote control access of the iron virus. Type in welders and turn those on. Cool. Hey, how you doing, welders? Let's go ahead and be very polite and weld up this ship for me, would you? It's taken quite a beating. There we go. Not half bad. I am just sitting right here next to it, but luckily we didn't get annihilated and burnt to a crisp somehow. Ooh, that was kind of quick. Right, I forgot we added those gyroscopes, so what you should do is gyro and then combat. There we go. So now we got combat drone backup gyroscopes. And we can go ahead and put those on our hotbar groups, please. Right there. There we go. So we can toggle those on and off. Boop. Awesome. So now it's back to slow turning, and then we can have fast turning, so we shouldn't have too many troubles. Cool. And let's fly this down and dock it up. And we can also replace those cameras while we're here, because we want to get ourselves back up to full health, but actually, I don't think you need to see that. You've seen me fiddle with cameras enough before. Alrighty, that looks like all the cameras are set up again. Even if the bottom one apparently has a massive amount of glare in front of it. Cool. So let's dock this ship up right about here. There we are. And let's go ahead now and land ourselves with a bit of lag. Jesus Christ. Let's actually hop in here and turn those off too. Let's go ahead and land ourselves in here and do a remote control of the grinding drone. And hopefully everything is still working there as we thought. Yep, it is. Cool. Now we can now go ahead and slowly grind down the rest of this thing without, hopefully, any trouble. And as I mentioned, we're still going to come out ahead. We still have 200 and something constructed components we didn't have before, as well as almost 1,000 motors, some uranium, and other stuff that we didn't have previously. Well, and you look at that, that actually went a bit quicker. Looks like if you just aim a little bit more accurately and shove your face into things, it'll actually go ahead and grind these down relatively quickly now, which is pretty damn nifty. Of course, it's always a bit difficult to guide a large, well, I say a large ship, a small ship, but let's be honest, these small ships are pretty hefty in size, really. Well, alrighty, I think I am done with this. There's a, metal grid stuck in there, some scrap laying about, but I think, for the most part, we are done with this now. We've gone ahead and gathered up quite a few supplies off of all this. We can just go ahead and back ourselves up and even look at it one last time with some light on the thing. Yep, I think we got most of what was important in there. Again, I probably just should have brought out the flying sausage and just ground it all down in 2 seconds, but, well, whatever. What's done is done. Anyway, guys and gals, I think that's going to be it for this episode. That is one hell of a glare. This episode. Oh, actually, I think it's 2 episodes. Yeah, quite a bit of stuff happened, but, well, nonetheless, in the end, we still came out ahead with a few more things. And, it was quite an interesting experience, I think, to be salvaging an enemy drone like that. God almighty, we have so many staticking solar panels. Before we end this, actually, we're going to dock this ship, and I think what we're going to do is actually go ahead and check to see how our production systems have run, because we should have had those going the whole time we were away, which means it should have produced quite a bit of stuff, or at least run out of materials and told us what we need for more solar panels in the future. Let's go ahead and lay this down here. There's our connection port. Switch over to the connecting camera. Fly us up nice and close like until this goes yellow. Right. Gotta go down a little, I think. Come on. Go yellow. Go yellow. Ah. Ah. Yep. We did lose something. Here I was thinking we hadn't lost too much else, but we did lose something. Alrighty, that's done now. We can go ahead and actually dock it up. Lickety-split. There we go. Press P, awesome. So now that it's docked in, we'll also transfer all the materials we gathered and all that good stuff back over here. And let's even drop these off. We should have some proficient tools about now. Yeah, look at those. We'll queue up some more because we are going to need them. But let's see. Ah, look, it finished all of our production. Oh my god. So we must have tons of solar cells now. Yeah, 20 there, 20 there, 20 there, 100 there. Cool. 100 there. Awesome. So we got quite a few. There we go. And 2,000 and something there. Awesome. I don't know how many we're going to need total, but whatever. We're going to queue up a few more. Because honestly, we're probably going to need trillions and trillions of them. And then, of course, all this other stuff. Anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. I hope you have all been entertained. It's been... well, quite the experience, honestly. Quite the experience. I'm going to make some explosives. Why not? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I shall see you all next time. Ta-ta.